Most men walk through life half awake. They believe they are choosing. Yet most of what they do is nothing more than habit, instinct, and conditioning. The strongest chain holding them down is desire. They think release brings freedom, but it only tightens the lock. What they call pleasure is in fact surrender. There is within a man a force finer than gold, a current that fuels clarity, creativity, and awakening. Spill it carelessly, and you drain your own becoming. Each loss robs you of strength you didn't know you had. What men call victory is often defeat, for in those moments of indulgence, life force dissolves into emptiness. The truth is harsh. Men remain asleep because they cannot control this energy. They bleed it away daily, and with it they lose their fire, their drive, their presence. But the man who dares to resist begins to gather what others waste. He stores a quiet charge inside himself, something that hardens into willpower, presence, and gravity. He ceases to be another puppet pulled by strings. He starts to carry weight. At first, the change is physical, more vitality, brighter eyes, sharper nerves. Then it becomes deeper. A man discovers that he can command himself. He feels solid, grounded, no longer tossed around by cravings. This is the seed of real freedom. And freedom carries power. Others feel it without understanding why. His silence weighs more than another man's noise. His presence unsettles without effort. Yet this path is no easy road. To deny lust is to battle against nature itself. Most will laugh at it because most are enslaved to their glands. But history is clear. Civilizations rose where men guarded their essence, and collapsed where they squandered it. The man who keeps what others spill builds a hidden treasure. Vitality, magnetism, authority. He becomes rare in a world of weakness. The ordinary man assumes his fatigue is normal, that his lack of drive is simply age. But every careless indulgence is a theft from his higher self. Energy is the fuel of transformation, and most burn it before they ever learn how to rise. But when conserved, the fog lifts. Thoughts sharpen, emotions stabilize, will hardens. Instead of being ruled by impulses, he begins to rule himself. Such a man gains what is missing in nearly all others: gravity. People sense it instinctively. Women feel the difference. It is not hunger, but command. Men respect it without knowing why. Opportunities gravitate toward him, not by luck, but by law. Where there is energy, there is influence. This discipline is not just physical, it is spiritual. Sexual energy is the raw material of higher growth. Waste it and you remain a machine. Conserve it and you begin to forge a soul. The man who does this is no longer like the rest. His presence carries weight. His words linger. His silence speaks. He becomes memorable not for decoration but for essence. In a culture built to keep men weak, indulgence is sold as freedom. In truth, it is slavery. Pornography, distraction, and constant stimulation are tools to drain him. The man who refuses becomes dangerous. He cannot be bought. He cannot be easily distracted. His will grows stronger than temptation. Mastery in this arena spreads everywhere. He works harder, focuses longer, creates more deeply. He stops being a leaking vessel and starts being a fortress. Each act of restraint lays another stone in that hidden structure. Slowly he becomes unshakable. The ancients knew this. Warriors, monks, sages they conserved, not out of superstition, but because they understood that what most men waste is the very fire of genius. That fuel can be turned into strength, creativity, leadership, even enlightenment. The choice is simple but brutal: indulgence and sleep, or restraint and awakening. Most will waste themselves into nothing. A few will rise, and those few will carry a force so rare the world cannot ignore them.